Death row prisoners will now be assisted by the National Legal Aid Foundation when making their final pleas for clemency before the Pardons Board. Attorney General Tan Sri Abdul Ghani Patail says currently there is no one speaking up or arguing for these prisoners when their cases reach the board.
So finally, when it comes to court, it is not right. It becomes what I term as cruel and inhuman punishment. If the man has to wait for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, baru dah nak kena gantung, that's right.
Abdul Ghani said this when opening the legal year 2014 on Saturday. He says it will be better justice if lawyers are able to give their opinions on why a prisoner should be pardoned or otherwise. Abdul Ghani adds compared to the high number of convictions, the number of executions is very low. He attributed the low number of executions to the length of time it took to complete capital cases.
Without prejudice to the outcome of the study on the continued viability of the death penalty in Malaysia, YBGA is also planning to extend its coverage by providing representation services to those on the death row. This is because it is observed that most of these prisoners do not have anyone to assist them in making applications or representations to the Pardons Board.
He also says National Legal Aid Foundation is also planning to expand its scope of service to domestic violence cases. Bar Council President Christopher Leong also praised the establishment of National Legal Aid Foundation, which was set up in April 2012. He says the provision of legal aid is the state's responsibility in many countries that takes access to justice seriously. Earlier, the country's top judges marched from the Palace of Justice to Dewan Sri Siantan Perbadanan Putrajaya to commemorate the start of the legal year and the principles of defending the access to justice and the rule of law.